Hello world and welcome back to Level Up with Phil. In today's episode, we're doing part 1 of people who got fired from their job for being on TikTok at work. So let's get started.
Every one of these doctors in this picture lost their entire career over a fucking TikTok. This internet trend of y'all posting dumb things while y'all are at work that could potentially get you fired over a fucking light has got to come to an end, people. If you haven't heard about this situation, these geniuses decide to make a photo collage of them posing next to their patients' discharge after their appointments, thinking it was funny. Not only was this not funny and disgusting that y'all will even do this, isn't this some type of HIPAA violation? Well, apparently their employer thought the same, and you know the internet does what the internet does, so
They're a little too comfortable, I feel like. I know you deal with it every day, but
when that came out and you know people had outrage against that, you know they had to go tell their jobs, and every single one of them got fired. So let's run this down. Not only was it not funny, y'all all received backlash, lost your job, at risk of losing your medical license, will probably not be able to find a new job anytime soon, all over a fucking social media like. Y'all see people get fired on here every day for posting stuff at work.
and that's not even a crazy amount of likes either. You know what I'm saying? I understand, not everybody even gets that much, but that's not that crazy to be doing that.
Last thing I would be doing if I worked a 9-to-5 job would be posting stuff at work.
My ick is when you come in for your induction talking about, can I take a shower and eat?
My ick is when you ask me how much the baby weighs, and it's still in your hands.
Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room door.
Saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain with just a Cervidil, and you're still closed, fingertip.
When we've already told you to push the call light, but every 5 minutes, your
Excuse
family
me,
member coming
excuse
at the
me,
front
excuse me, can I
desk
have some water?
asking for something else.
Excuse me, can I have a blanket?
Another ick, when you're going room to room between one baby mama and your other baby mama.
Oh no.
Ick.
It's the unlimited trips to the nurse's station for me.
So this guy right here ends up getting fired from his dealership. And it's sad because of the reason that he got fired. It's almost like that video I made about that dude that was a truck driver that got fired because he was complaining about the company. This guy's a little different. He wasn't complaining at all. He genuinely just pulled out his phone and just spoke his mind. He showed everybody a specific car. I believe it was that car right there. He said for some reason it don't matter the type of person, the type of genre, nobody wants to buy that car. The video ends up getting like 4 million views or something like that, and he ends up getting fired because of it. That is the thing. He's not no social media influencer at all. He got like 3,000 followers, so he was not doing social media full.
Here's the thing though. You got 4 million views and you try to say this is unsellable. And of course the car dealership found the video and now they're like, bro, we bought that. You know what I mean?
Time, and the job still let him go. He said he'd been working there since he was 18. I don't know how old he is now, but he said he'd been working there since he was 18. And it's sad because you're fired now. But it's the thing, and I'm gonna say this again. I guess I got to keep saying this. Bro, if you're working a job, right, you need to look at your social media guidelines in your handbook, employee handbook. Yeah, read it. If they don't allow it, bro, don't do it. It's just as simple as that. Especially in your uniform at work, on their property, all of that. Nah, you can't do that. Because now these businesses, they don't care to replace you. They looking like, yo, we on the map, he gotta go, we'll hire somebody else. That's how they looking at it. They don't care anymore. And it's sad because this is happening to a lot of people that don't even do social media full time. It's happening to people that's literally just picking up their phone one time and that's it. They really cracking down on people, bro. Don't record in your uniform. Don't record at the job, on the job. Don't even talk about the job. I'm gonna be a whole 100. On social media, shouldn't nobody know what you do for a living? Shouldn't nobody know where you work? It's just as simple as that.
Facts.
Nah, bro, you can't do that. And he seemed like he was a little hurt about the situation, and I would be too. But at the end of the day, you gotta do the right thing. If you know you ain't supposed to be doing that on the clock, don't do it on the clock. Life for more.
Here's on TikTok got me fired. So if you've been watching me for a while, you may notice that some of my content has changed up a little bit. I know there was a lot of content where I was in my garage on the phone talking to homeowners. If you just scroll down after this video, you'll be able to see it. And I no longer do that content anymore because I got fired. And the reason that I got fired, in my opinion, is simply because of my presence on TikTok and the extra things that I do in my life that started to get noticed on TikTok.
No, man, it's because you're revealing company secrets. Like, I believe a lot of these people, you know, you think, oh, I got fired because it got popular, or I got fired because, you know, you see other content I got. No, it's like, we don't want our competitors having a first person point of view, you know, of what we're doing. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, that's just my opinion.
Now, full disclaimer, I still love everybody at that company. A lot of those people are my friends and I've known them for years. So no harm, no foul, no hate their way at all. And the reason that I was given for being let go is because the company is going through some financial struggles right now, struggling to stay profitable. They've been having to make a lot of tough decisions. Prior to myself getting fired,
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, imagine you're a company and then your employee is getting on social media like, man, we're really struggling as a company right now. Like, we're not very profitable. Like, bro, you're getting fired.
was asked to hire a really large staff, spend a lot of time training the staff, and then about a month after that was asked to let the entire staff go. Mostly due to the fact that we couldn't afford to pay them anymore. I think that's what happened when it came to me. I was making over 100 grand a year. Over, I'd say, the last year, I noticed my bonuses going down. So I could tell something was going on by the way that we were letting people go and just the conversations that were being had. And it started feeling really uncomfortable. When I started to notice these things, I started to put some plays together. Set myself up on Amazon sellers account. I started investing very heavily into some cryptocurrencies, and I started doing Uber Eats. I just wasn't making what I used to make when I started working at that company. But I say the minute that it went good is the minute it went bad. See, the thing about getting more traction on TikTok is everybody sees your videos, right? And when you're working for a company making over 100 grand a year and individuals from that company start seeing these videos, questions start popping up. How is he having time to do this? When is he doing this? Is this taking away from the focus he has while he's at our company? Which, I mean, quite frankly, it's none of their business. I was putting 110% effort working for this company. I was working 6 days a week, pretty much getting paid for 40 of those hours. Like I said, no harm, no foul, things happen, and I'm no longer working for that company. Crazy because it's a blessing. Since I have stopped working for that company, I'm making more money than I've ever made. Getting fired from that job is probably the biggest blessing that I've had this year. Which might sound crazy, but it is. You know, I just wanted to make this video to kind of let you guys know what's going on. There'll be some more videos kind of explaining in more detail what my next steps are.
I see exactly why bro got fired. He'd just be telling too much, man. Like, for real, you didn't get fired. You didn't get fired because like they thought you was like popular. They were like, you talk too much.
I just lost my job that I worked at for 2 years because I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to like record at the restaurant and make TikToks, which sounds dumb. Like, I understand the reason I was let.
How do you not know that? Like, do we live in a society now where you realize you can't live stream at work? These are two separate things.
But no one like told me that I couldn't do it. Like, no one told me that it wasn't allowed or that I was gonna, like, I didn't even get in trouble for it. I didn't get a write-up for anything. I've never gotten a write-up at that place. Like, I've worked there for over 2 years, and like it just feels so like out of the blue. Like, I don't know, I just can't believe I just got fired. I got a call and I actually missed it because I was literally at Pilates. And then I came out of Pilates, so I had a missed call, and it was from the like HR department at my work. I cannot disclose the company's name, okay? I can't. They called me and they were like, you are terminated immediately, and they want me to take down all of my TikToks. So unfortunately, there will not be any more Come Work a Serving Shift with Me videos. I cannot believe this just happened.
That's kind of what I'm saying. You can't come work a serving shift with me and then you just on social media posting your entire shift. It does allude to like, when did you post this? When did you do this? When did you film this? Were you working?
I cannot believe it.
Blurred lines.
Modern women care more about TikTok clout than they do about actually being employed. We've got a video for you here today from Alpha Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in, and let's get into it.
Said that his daughters didn't deserve to grow up without a dad. Well, they had a dad. I think they're actually better off without him.
The unbearable hours later.
I got fired from my job today because someone publicly doxed me, and it was so bad.
She made the choice to go online and post that video. She didn't bother to cover her face or do anything to hide her identity. Then she gets shocked when word gets out and she ends up losing her job. It seems that nothing is ever her fault.
Get ready with me to get fired, I'm pretty sure. I just checked my calendar and I have a sudden surprise meeting on my calendar, 15 minutes long, with just a person from HR I've never met before, and also my boss's boss. So, pretty sure I know what that means. I feel like I've always been like a really good worker. I always...
You know, if you feel like you're about to get fired, just don't go to work. Like, I'm not showing up to the meeting.
I'm decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me take you in.
You literally work for a company that I bought a plane ticket for. Check in.
And you're not getting on your flight. The Mayday flight. You did. And you think, oh, you're gonna check me in. I bet you we won't. Okay?
I paid for a ticket.
And you
Yeah, I paid for a ticket for the morning.
and you check it 3 hours later. Hello.
I just said that I.
Get on your flight.
Yeah, I just said that I would pay the $25.
And you thought you were gonna get on your flight. And you thought you were gonna get on your flight. And you thought you were gonna get on your flight.
These women have the bare minimum amount of authority with their job at the airport, and they are power tripping by being annoying, mocking a customer, while shoving a camera in his face as if they're somehow in the right. They deserve to be fired after this whole mess.
And you thought you were gonna get on your flight.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight, and they're not letting me check.
We don't control that.
And you will never.
Yo, is it just me, or am I the only one noticing that there's an influx of people getting fired for being on social media, specifically TikTok, while at work? Like, I don't think you understand, like, an influx within the last couple of days. Like, all up and down my timeline yesterday was just a bunch of people crying, saying how they got fired because they were on TikTok while at work. One guy specifically.
Look, I know people who got fired for texting at work or being on the phone in the bathroom, let alone making 30 days worth of content for social media.
He had a day in the life of a productive worker. Someone snitched on him. And once they snitched on him, the general manager or something like that came up to him and was like, "Hey, were you just on live?" And he was like, "Yeah, I was." And she was like, according to, you know, the rules and regulations, like, you're not supposed to be on live. Right? And he was like, you know, my friend told me that I should do this because I could start getting paid for it. And she was like, no, now you're double dipping.
Right. Now I'm using this content and I'm telling my job I'm getting paid from this content. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's thinking this through. You know, I know a lot of people who don't want nobody to know where they work at.
You're fired. Bro then proceeded to start singing a church song. I can't remember which one it was. It was like, I know that I can take it. I know that I can stand it. Something like that, right? Nah, nigga. Keep God out of this. That was literally on you. That was literally on you. Don't put God in this. I swear, you would never know where I work, what I do. You'll never know if I even work. Like, if I'm not in my car, I'm at my house, or I'm outside somewhere doing something, right? Unless I just tell you that I work. So as we close out on another successful week of work, heading into another one, y'all stay off those phones next week and thereafter, because these jobs don't care about you. They really don't. And you could be the most productive worker there is, but once they find you're on social media while at work, yeah, they're gonna fire your ass.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is.
I seen her video. She deserves to be fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to film yourself, but if you're going to be a high school substitute, you don't film students. Yo, get out of here.
Is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context. I'm a content creator. I record everything I do, so it was typical for me. And as you guys know, if you create content, you will know that everything you see is not what you get. Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. Aside from the body cam that was already recording, everything else was recorded when I was alone. And as I explained to Lake Cormont when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea that I couldn't record students, or else I definitely wouldn't have done it. I truly would have honestly.
How do you not know that? How do you not know that you can't do that? You get what I mean?
Recorded myself if I knew it was an issue with recording students. I went on TikTok before I worked, and that's what I seen. I am by far no predator or anything close to it. That is insane for it even to be put on to me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth. Like, honestly, and I was enjoying it. I wasn't going to make a video, but I've been receiving an awful amount of hate.
What I think is this person don't realize that you're not in high school. You get what I mean? You're a substitute teacher.
I feel like it was necessary for me to clear my name up. I truly do apologize for how it may seem, but my slang and terminology is much different than yours. But none of the kids knew they were being recorded at any point. And I do apologize for this once again. I truly do.
That does not help.
But I had no idea this was prohibited. I assure you that it would have not been posted. What I meant by shorter in the terminology, the kids were going to take me down were absolutely not what you guys took them as. Those kids were smaller than me, shorter than me, younger than me. They are shorties. They are young. That absolutely means nothing with flirting. My terminology is much different from you guys. So I said the kids were going to take me down, as in a phrase of the kids all together. That absolutely did not mean anything sexual. That is sick to even think of that. I am a content creator. I am known. The kids knew me. They were supporters of mine. So I say the kids were going to take me down. That means as the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support.
I still don't understand that statement. I don't get it.
No different from them. I handle myself more than properly. I do have a fan base. I do have supporters. I do have people that know me. Those kids already had knew me previously. It was several kids coming up to me trying to see, am I that person? That's what I meant by take me down. All hassling me at once is what I meant. Absolutely didn't mean anything sexual from kids. That is sick. Those are kids.
I don't know.
So they see me as somebody famous. They were all entouraging me at one time. That's what I meant. I find it sick that you guys would assume that I'd be saying that phrase in any other way. This was a voiceover I added way after I left the school. Again, it was an additional voiceover. It was not recorded. On the videos, it was nothing saying I was cheering the school on. There was an additional voiceover that I added after I mashed the videos up. I am truly so sorry that you guys are not familiar with me or my terminology, but I absolutely meant no harm. The entire 2 days that I worked at Lake Cormont, I did nothing but my job. I was to myself. Not one single kid that could say that I did or said anything inappropriate my time at Lake Cormont those 2 days. It was truly just a misunderstanding. But now that I see with creating content, it's easy to misunderstand and misinterpret things because everyone is free to their own opinions. That doesn't mean...
Excuses. I don't even want to hear no more. It pretty much is what she described. You know what I mean? She subbed at a school. She recorded the whole thing and said inappropriate things.
Around Christmas time, with no income, I have a family. I paid rent for December already, thank God. And I paid my car note. So now I'm going to have to find a job, a new higher paying job. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will document this for anybody that is struggling in this job market. If you might have lost your job too, you were not alone. Yeah, man, we about to go get it. I'm about to run up these job applications on Indeed, Glassdoor, and on LinkedIn. Time to get to work. You guys have a good day. It's day one of us turning our lives around.
I mean, very commendable, but you ain't gotta tell us. Just do it.
I just got fucking fired right before fucking Christmas, man. I can't fucking believe it. Shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do now. Apparently, this letter says, our investigation sustained that you engaged, unable to perform essential functions of the job or who does not meet project requirements. What kind of fucking bullshit is that? Firing someone right before fucking Christmas. Fucking insane, man. I literally went in like a couple weeks ago and now they're fucking firing my ass. Apparently I'm not meeting fucking requirements for my fucking job duties. Now, a little backstory. I'm an iron worker, journeyman level. And they asked me, are you scared of heights? You know? And I said, fuck no. I go up there and I'm like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is this? You know? So I let them know, hey, you know, it might take a time for me to get used to going up there. They didn't like that shit. This was 3 weeks ago. And now they come up with this bullshit. I've been a ground man fetching fucking screws and everything that you fucking need for the project. Working my fucking ass off. 10-hour shifts. You know? Barely went into any fucking restroom breaks because I knew I need to earn my spot. But it had to be one.
Right. Yeah, right, man. I'll never give a bathroom break. Give up a bathroom break because I'm trying to earn. Yeah, right.
I need to earn my spot.
Nope.
But it had to be one person. Just one fucking person who didn't fucking like me. Dug into my fucking shit. And did everything possible to get me fired. And he did it. Not even my foreman gave a shit. He told me, you'll learn. You'll get there. And my fucking job just gets ripped away from me right before fucking Christmas. Fuck am I supposed to do now? It's fucking bullshit. Now I come home to my wife probably thinking, you know, okay, Christmas tree, Christmas presents.
Bro is stressed. I mean, I feel you. Well, I think that's just his whole story. And that's going to be the end of part one. Yeah, and this will be the end of part one. And then we're going to have part two coming up. Yeah, she got fired from her job for TikTok videos. So we'll do part two coming up of people who got fired for doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to understand, you can't just be doing everything. But if you are looking for a remote job that won't fire you because you're on TikTok, then you definitely can check out my channel. I have a lot of different remote work from home jobs and things that, you know, you can do, that you can be your own independent contractor, your own boss, and maybe you can still scroll on TikTok if you felt like it, or film yourself and say, hey, this is me working from home. So check out the channel, check out the videos. Like I said, that guy was just venting and kind of knew where the story was going. Bro got fired right before Christmas. It sucks. What are you going to do? Check out the channel. As always, thank you guys for watching. Check out part two coming up. And if you like videos like this, then subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.